Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Starkey Forum Says. So my name is Samantha. Let's talk about it, folks. So where do we go from here? As a country, as Americans, legal Americans, where do we go from here? What is it you perceive our future is going to look like? Seriously. What would you like it to look like? Now, how do we get there? How do we get from here to there?
Only about the solutions. Because of the law of concentration, because of the law of substitution, because of the law of attraction, what happens? Well, I'll tell you what happens. Most people talk about the problems all the time. They think about the problems, they worry about the problems, they vividly imagine the problems, they discuss the problems, and they have more and more and more problems. The law of substitution says if you think and talk about the problems, your mind is going to become preoccupied with negativity. The law of attraction says if you think and talk about the problems, you're going to attract more problems into your life. The law of correspondence says that the more you think and talk about problems, the more they preoccupy your mind, the more your external world is going to be characterized by problems. The difference between winners and losers, heroes and non-heroes, successes and failures is this, is that successful people, winners, are solution-oriented. They are solution-oriented. They think about the solutions. They talk about the solutions. They're always asking this question. Here is the big question. What do we do from here? What can we do from here? In other words, they are always future-oriented, always oriented toward the future. Losers are always oriented toward the past. Losers always want to know who did it, who's to blame, who's responsible, how do we cut our losses. The winner always looks forward and says, where do we go from here? What do we do from here? What's the solution from here? How can we improve this situation? How can we adjust, adapt, modify, and so on.
By now, all of you know, YouTube stole my money, going on month 3. I can reapply in 2 weeks. I have to clean up my channel quite a bit. Go figure. Because I'm not sure what they consider harmful content. I guess obviously the truth. However, I need you to row with me, folks. Look in the top of comments. That's the pinned comment at the top. It's the first comment. Decide how and however much you can and help us. Because I want to be part of the solution. But to be part of the solution, somebody has to show us the problem. You can't get that on mainstream media. I found something yesterday that kind of blew my mind. I had heard it said that per capita, by percentage, whites were not the highest group of mass shooters. We're not. Even with school shootings. Yet, we are portrayed by the media as the ethnic group that does the majority of these shootings, whether it be in stores, whether it be in schools, on bases, it doesn't matter. Somehow, you only see it when it's white people. So I put this on Facebook, and it says statistically, it's Native Americans and blacks. You see how it goes down? Latinos are the least likely to be involved in mass shootings, okay? Having said that, I put that on Facebook. And I said, the media wants to portray all mass shootings by white people, but statistically, it's not even true. I got 2 comments. One is from a black guy in my community. What are you trying to do? Start a race war? Seriously? By pointing out that black people and American Indians are statistically higher, mass shooters than white? I'm trying to fix something. I am solution oriented. How do you fix a problem? How do you fix the narrative that has brainwashed 80% of blacks and the other 30% of Americans? How do you fix it? You push back against the narrative. You show proof that the narrative is wrong. The next comment I get on this is, poverty and crime go hand in hand, the left talking points. I said again to this little young girl, statistically, whites are more poverty or in more poverty statistically than any other demographic. Why? Because we're a larger number. There's more of us. So there's more of us in poverty. So if it's true that poverty is going to equal crime, then white crime should be through the roof, folks, and it's not. Especially violent crime. It's not. So again, something doesn't fit. People can't see it. They can't discuss this because it makes them uncomfortable. They assume, because I am a white, strong woman that's running a business in my community, that I have to be racist to bring this up. I'm the opposite of racist. I'm solution-oriented. But we can't have a solution if people can't even face facts. If people in this country cannot look at a chart and go, we've got a problem. We've got a big problem. And it's not going to be fixed by talking about slavery that happened 160 years ago. It's not going to be fixed by talking about systematic racism. It's not going to be fixed by giving everybody a diploma and DEI hires. Those things are not going to fix these problems. I don't believe in segregation at all, for any reason. I think at this point in American history, we've gone backwards. We've gone backwards because a narrative has been given to most people that is wrong. Just watch above my head. Watch all of these mass shootings. These are schools, stores, businesses, bases. I never have even heard of any of these mass shooters. Now, mass shooters are 4 or more victims. So they don't even count. None of these statistics count the 1 to 3 victims. Like, that's not even in the statistics. I'd probably blow the computer up, right? All these people that I'm showing you are mass shooters that you've never heard about. Then I run across, and this one kind of blew my mind, people immediately saying the media portraying the shooter as white, finding out that they were not white and not correcting themselves, just never going back to the story. Guys, I get why President Trump is not wanting to fund NPR, BBC, and PBS anymore, because they lie. Then they don't correct their lies. So you've got people walking around in this country claiming that white Americans are more likely to be involved in large casualty shootouts. Statistically, that is not true. That's what the media says. And let's be honest. I put this chart on Facebook and said, all I said was they owe us an apology. And the black gentleman jumped straight to, who is us? Who is us? I'm like, oh, wow, you're really wearing that racism strong today, dude. But he doesn't see that. He does not see that. He's a victim. He must be a victim, right? He's black. In America, he's such a victim. I don't even know what to do anymore to fix the problem. If you guys have solutions, please let me know. Do not put something ignorant, because understand this. I believe in my heart that whites and blacks can live cohesively together with no problems. I've done it all my life. All my life. The problem comes when you've got people that are so sensitive to the truth, that just tells me that you have any God in you at all. If the truth doesn't set you free, friends, if you were bound by truth, if truth binds you up and constipates you, then you need to be set free. And the only way to be set free is through the blood of Jesus. That's it. Nobody can help you but Jesus at this point. America, hear me. Nobody can help us but Jesus. And I mean that. I mean that. Because you can't have conversations with people who refuse to believe the truth. The brainwashing, the propaganda is truly that deep. If you think I'm wrong, you have black friends, because I do, show them that chart and watch their response. If it's not, well, I knew that. I mean, really, I'm not dumb. I knew that. If that's not their response, if it is the other, how dare you, you're racist, you're the problem for showing me the truth, then be very careful. Be very careful, because your friendship's not a real friendship. And it's not. It's not. Because this is twice that this black man has jumped on something I've said with a very aggressive, anti-white behavior. And we know him. I've got his phone number in my phone. And he feels so comfortable in his victimhood that he would jump on me twice. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. There's the problem. It's not you for wanting the truth. It's them for not being able to swallow it. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think.